you should be able to hear me. Hello. Welcome. Took a little bit, but we got there in the end. And it looks like it worked. That's actually really good to hear. And see, really, because bloody, I was really nervous. I thought that it was going to die. But yeah, it's pretty much, it's kind of like just like a Twitch raid. So it was seamless, it dragged this all across. Loud? Can you hear me all the way to Norway? Yeah. Alright. That's good to know. I'm glad. Glad that it's working. Let's switch over to here. Alright. And the chat is working as well, which is good to see. So, if you guys haven't yet, feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because this is where all the reaction streams are going to be happening now. You got a prompt in chat to click. You didn't get pulled like Twitch, so it wasn't like a raid. It was one of those things where it was like you got told, press this button. Okay, that's still good to know. Anyway, welcome. This is my personal YouTube channel. It may look similar to the Mongrel Squad YouTube channel, but this one is special because it is mine. But yeah, the transition took a little bit longer because I use the same webcam for both PCs and I have a USB switch. So I had to switch it across, and then OBS, for whatever reason, on my streaming PC didn't pick up on it. So I'm glad that worked really, really well. Alright guys, so what we're going to be doing here. What we're going to be doing here, I posted the link just in case the pool didn't work, but it sounds like the pool did work. Which is good to see, and it's good to know that it's actually working like that. Yeah, the delay was longer. Yeah, that's because I had to fix up my webcam so that it would work. Well, actually, it might. I know YouTube, I turn off autoplay for the next video. So if you don't have autoplay on, it probably didn't pull you across. But if you did have autoplay on, it probably did. The delay between you chatting and it appearing on stream. It shouldn't be any different. That's alright. We can work through that. Alright. Fortunately, my work shifts got moved around on me, and I am working tomorrow, and it's another early start, so for me, the reaction stream can't go for too long. So I'm looking at about 2 hours max. I'm already 20-something minutes in, so I'm going to move us straight into the first bit of content that we're going to be reacting to. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to make sure that's this. Get rid of that feature share shit, which is a YouTube, current Twitter friendly thing. Talking about myself in third person on Gilded. 30 seconds. Maybe try refreshing the page, refreshing the stream. Because sometimes, like I've noticed sometimes when I've watched YouTube streams that the delay can actually increase over time. Did I react to the flag photo? Not yet. Actually, I'll do that first. I'll do that before we link. Before we go into the first, what's it called? First post. Alright, so I'm going to switch to the stream scene, because I got to use this over here, which should work. Here we go. Alright. This one, we got permission from CIG to share it. Now, I'm a bit torn on this. No voidie vids today? No. Maybe as a palate cleanse. It depends on how the last video goes. But right here, this is, you know, Chris and Sandy holding, Chris, Sandy, and a good friend of Mongrel Squad holding a Mongrel Squad flag that is a couple of years old now, that has the signatures of a lot of members from Mongrel Squad. Now, we no longer use that logo, and I'm a bit torn about showing this photo off. Not because of, you know, Chris and Sandy holding it up, but because of the logo itself. I know a lot of people in Mongrel Squad like the logo, but the logo has a bit of pain associated with me. So, this is one of those things where I wanted to make a Twitter post, couldn't actually write anything out that... I couldn't write anything out about this particular picture that felt positive, where I didn't feel like I was going to write a story and explain myself. And, you know, I know this wasn't done with the intention of, you know, trying to make me upset or anything like that. This was done with the best intention, and the fact of the matter is that, you know, Chris Roberts and Sandy, you know, they're both aware that we exist. From what I've been told, though, they've been aware that we've been around for quite a while now, but they now are in possession of that flag, which is really cool to see. There's quite a few names on that flag that are no longer in Mongrel Squad. We obviously have changed logos, but yeah, that right there is one of our old flags with the names of Mongrel Squad members on it. That is now in the possession of Chris and Sandy Roberts. I may end up making a Twitter post about it. I'll probably have to ask somebody else to write it up for me so that I don't sit there and try and over-explain why we're showing this particular old logo. That said, we are working on a new flag with signatures on it for all Mongrel Squad members. It is part of our history. The Mongrel Squad logo, but in conjunction with our organisation's birthday, will be getting updated as well. The Mongrel Squad members are currently suggesting accoutrements to add to the org's logo to assist with telling the story of Mongrel Squad. To be honest, Nelson, like, I would love for a Mongrel Squad flag to fly in the only constant, but not that one. I'd prefer that one not to be there. Yeah, the organisation's logo is going to get updated on our birthday with accoutrements that are telling our story for the last couple of years. And then pretty much the intent is that every birthday we'll be updating the flag or the logo with a new accoutrement to represent significant points in our organization's history. And we'll continue doing that until the end of time, I guess. Or, you know, Mongrel Squad ceases to be, if that ends up, you know, happening. Who knows? But yeah. It's a really cool thing. I wish it hadn't been that particular logo on the flag, but it is what it is. Alright. Moving on. We're going straight into the next bit of content here. I'm grabbing the link for you all now. Yeah, I'm working on that, Nelson. Trying to work on something that would represent the Mongrel Corps. But here we go, the first Spectrum post. And I'm actually quite interested in this one because the Spectrum post itself could be me. I've just moved the microphone closer to my mouth because I noticed it was getting a bit quieter. It shouldn't be. Accoutrement. I'm pronouncing it wrong. It comes from, it's a French word that the English stole. But it's like a new little marking and, you know, like tattoo or something extra. So on the current Mongrel Squad logo, we have a crack underneath the left eye socket, which actually represents how we got the new logo. That crack is actually in reference to the old logo and how we lost it, and it was, you know, pretty much getting punched in the eye and, you know, cracking the eye socket. Accoutrement. I keep forgetting there's a little bit of a delay here. And then there's the gold tooth, which represents the 26 billion credits that we swindled out of Tesseract. So we'll be looking at adding like little markings similar to that tell significant points in Mongrel Squad's history. Because we haven't done it for the last couple of years, it's going to be 3 new things that will be added this year. But subsequent years, we'll be picking either 1 or 2 of the most prominent, you know, events that happens. Well, actually, that's up to me. The org suggests what we should add, and then I make the decision on it. Anyway, moving on. So this post here, I've already linked it for you all to read on your own or follow along at home. But we're going to go through this now. So this one is from E with the wheelbarrow at the end. I'm not going to... A rat... Yeah, I can't pronounce that. E-rat. I'll just call him that for now. And it's titled Higher Escorts and Profit Margins. And it starts... So I thought this was an interesting post. And they're talking about earning rates and trading. I should react to that one too. Should I react to that one? I don't know. I'm not going to take suggestions on updating the organization's logo from non-Mongrel Squad members. Sorry, Nelson. But also, I wouldn't do that to the Mongrel Squad logo. The organization logos represent the individual organizations, so adding other ones doesn't help. Should I react to the earning? I'm actually interested. I'm gonna just open it. Fuck it. I want to read this one. Did it open? No, it didn't. That's alright. Oh my god. What the fuck is this? Fucking nerds. Get out of here with your nerd shit. Nelson, I'd probably do something similar to that with a Mongrel Corps logo. So don't worry, I'm taking your suggestion on board, but it won't be for Mongrel Squad. Alright, here we go. Earning rates and trading. We'll go back to the previous one in a moment. So this is the catalyst for the one that we're actually getting to. I'll split this text into several parts to add 2 images. A crude model of trading follows, decision theory part, e.g. details of avoiding bankruptcy in the initial phase of trading and such are omitted. And then we've got all this, essentially a small legend of what the different symbols represent. V equals 10 MA UEC. Don't even know what that is. P0 equals 0.15 or 15% of the profit investment. Q0. Like, is there more to this? Keep on standby for getting the pack rat logo tattoo. I can get a SVG to you guys if you need it. I have an SVG of it now. That way you can scale it up and maintain its visual fidelity. So trading, like, oh my god, these people need to calm down with this shit. There is a follow-up comment. Alright. So a trading run may have 3 potential outcomes. Clean run, some losses by pirate taxation, or catastrophic loss of all. Let's see how variables Q1, P1, Q2, chance of being taxed, the tax, and chance of losing all affect the 2 earning rates. Below is a flowchart of the events and earning rate equation, which is this. I'm assuming that old mate replied. Yeah, here we go. He continued. They continue. Alright, so they started off here. So obviously we've got a continuum line here that goes from left to right. And we've got different pathways that happen. So Q0, Q1, Q2. Success with profit, some losses, total loss. So Q1 is supposed to represent that the pirates extorted or ransomed you. Q2 would be that you lost everything, and Q0 is you managed to sell it all. That's really weird. But the music's louder. It should be getting compressed down so that it doesn't go over 40. And my microphone should be getting pushed up so it's always sitting around 20. Let me see if I can do something. Alright, this may bump it up. This will consistently push it up. Let me know if there's any sort of clipping. Alright, we come down here. And they're finishing off. The results are here. One should make at least 100,000 alpha UEC per hour, since that is a quite standard rate of a skillful, well-prepared and motivated player. One gets a max tolerated limit of piracy intensity. Q1 divided by, so yeah, Q1 times 70% plus Q2 times 10% is less than 1 for 5% pirate taxation rate. What? What the fuck? What 5% taxation rate? Was that up here? No. Where the fuck did they get this 5% from? Is it supposed to be 5% or 50? Because they say 50 down here and this is 5% up here. And then we get to max tolerated limit of piracy intensity. But they're assuming that you're getting extorted or ransomed in both instances. But the rate that you're paying at varies. So it's either between 50 to 70%. What is Q2 supposed to be? Oh, I'm going to do my head in trying to work this out. I'm guessing this graph here probably explains it a bit better. Where Q1 is a chance of pirates interdicting you and Q2 a chance of you losing the whole cargo. Repeating here the definitions in above post. The maximum earning rate without piracy is 450,000 alpha UEC, but even 5% chance of 30k reduces it to below 30,000 alpha UEC per hour. Is one can stand some piracy but not too much unless it wants to roleplay trading with negative earning rate. It's a whole lot of math. It's a whole lot of math to explain something that's you don't really need math to explain. It just comes down to a little bit of something is always better than 100% of nothing. That's it. Alright, and this generated this response. Yeah, it's super cool. It's so awesome. So I thought this was an interesting post, and you know, it's the math one. I used his equation to figure out some things, or to figure some things out. X-axis shows chance you lose everything, it's all 30k. Here are the assumptions. Blue line, every 20 minutes invest 1 million alpha UEC, you'll earn 15%, i.e. 150,000 alpha UEC, 5% chance pirates take half by ransom. Orange line, every 20 minutes invest 1 million alpha UEC to earn 15%. 100% chance your friend takes half your profit, reduces the chance you lose everything by factor 4. What? 100% chance your friend takes half your profit, reduces the chance you lose everything by a factor of 4. Is this supposed to be a joke? Yellow line, every 20 minutes invest 1 million UEC, yeah, same investment. 100% chance 2 friends take 67% of your profit. When you aren't pirated, friends reduce the chance you lose everything by a factor of 16. Okay, he's saying friend, but this could mean escorts and turret gunners. The upshot is that the escort/gunners become the rational choice when the chance of losing everything reaches 7 or 8%. My guess is that the rate of total loss to piracy is nowhere near that in the PU. So this is with a 15% profit. So yeah, I love this graph that has nothing being depicted. I'm assuming this is your profit margin. Like, what are these axes supposed to be representing? Alpha UEC per hour with only pirates. So this does not represent time. I know, I feel like either I'm too stupid to work out what these guys are talking about, which is quite possible. Or, you know, like these guys are making shit up. What if we increase the profit to 25% of the initial investment? X is chance and Y is profit, Roger. Okay. Higher chance of pirate equals lower profit. There we go. See, that would have helped though in the bloody, you know, description of the axes. So we've got a 2%, 4%, 6, 8, 10, and 12% chance of being pirated. And with a 1% chance, or just over 1%, which is where we're starting roughly here, where the cursor is moving up and down, you've obviously got the highest profit margin, and as you increase it, I don't know where they got 12% from though. Yeah, 0.1 is 10%. They're basically trying to say no escorts equals higher profits even with piracy. Well, actually, I don't think they're saying that at all. Because the blue line here is the amount that they're making regardless, without friends. They call them friends. So, even a 12% chance of a piracy encounter means that you're going to get nothing out of it. I don't know how they came to that conclusion, but whatever. I think they'll still base it off old mate's data in the other one, which I don't understand their equation. The yellow line, okay, so the orange line here is friends reduce complete loss by 4 times for a 50% cut. 50% cut of the profit margin. So right here, you can kind of see it where the cursor is. Where orange and blue lines intersect, that's 7%. Right? That's a 7% piracy encounter. Where not having an escort and having one escort results in what's it called? Pretty much the same profit margin. Whereas at 8%, if you have, was it 2 friends? Why did they change the cut percentages though? Unless they're going, okay, so they're treating it like 3 parties involved with this transaction, so your 2 friends take 33% each, which ends up being a 67% cut. So at 8%, you're looking at your profit margin being at 150,000. But we have no idea how many pirates are actually kicking around. But the interesting values is that as the number of pirates increase, the higher the chances of you keeping your profit margin. So there's a point. What they're saying is that there's a certain point where it starts making sense using turret gunners and escorts. So once you got over 8% saturation of pirates, you start needing more people. So at 7%, you're making the same profit margin if you had nobody there. But if you're at 8% and you had one person there, your profit margin, technically, while still lower, you're going, you're not going to be anywhere near as bad off as if you had no turret gunner or escort, or if you had 2 turret gunners or 2 escorts. right? So that's the yellow line represented there. But if it goes up to 9%, here the blue line starts dipping further down and the yellow and the orange lines start becoming more important. So for us, like Nelson was saying it as a joke, the chance of making profit is 0, but realistically, when we're on the server, we're starting, like we would be the ones creating that, 9 to 10% moving forward. But I believe that this graph is made in reference to the entire player base. So, like if we had a 12% piracy player base, then, you've got no chance of making any credits if you're by yourself. But if you have a friend or a couple of, escorts there, you're going to make profit. Well, at 12% piracy saturation, so a 12% chance of encounter with pirates, you're not going to make anything. But that's if you're by yourself. That's what they're talking about here, right? Alright, we made sense of it. Took us a while. Clear as mud? I hope so. Alright, next one. With a 25% profit margin. Well, that's the thing, Metatron. Like, that's why I'm concerned. That's why I'm concerned about this shit. Seeing, people just pull out these numbers. Because it's like, okay, cool. Where are you getting all this data from? You got an idea to pass on to Voidy? Okay. That's good. So your profit margins are higher, but even then, like, the interesting part is that having more people with you at a 12% piracy, a 12% chance of a piracy encounter, having more people with you ends up not being as, you're not as well off according to this chart. Whereas if you have one person with you, you are. But the more people that you add to it, yeah, I don't know, like this doesn't feel right. That is true, Metatron. Like, escorts are only as good as the pilots in the ships. Same with turret gunners. They're only as good as their aim. But I think that, like, there's a lot of assumptions being made with these posts. Alright, now this is how they finish. This was a surprising result to me. Yes, with a higher profit margin, the trader can afford to hire escorts, but the chance of piracy needs to be higher for it to be a rational choice. With 15% profit, the piracy rate needs to be at least 7%, but with a 25% profit, the piracy rate needs to be 10%. So why hire escorts? You hire escorts when your potential profits are small, so total loss cannot be absorbed. It is not true that traders cannot afford escorts. I know they can because I've done both roles. Hauler and escort fighter pilot. What is true is that in most PU circumstances, it is not rational to hire escorts. The chance of a total loss to pirates needs to be exceptionally high, while the profit margin needs to be exceptionally low. If you're not convinced, just think of the original Jumptown. Many people risk total loss for the chance of a score, and they could afford it because the margins were so good. Honestly, like, I want to know how they're coming to these conclusions. Like, why? Why is a 12% piracy rate, going to guarantee, for example, with a 15% profit margin, that you're not going to make anything? 'Cause that, to me, seems like a really small chance encounter with a pirate. And this is supposed to be every 20 minutes as well. Every 20 minutes, invest 1 million Alpha UEC to earn 15%. 100% chance takes 100% chance 2 friends take 67% of your profit when you aren't pirated. Friends reduce the chance you lose everything by a factor of 16. Yeah. Oh, there'd have to be fictional examples. Only that, though, but what Old Mate's doing is he's validating the use of escorts. He's like, look, it does make sense to use them, especially if the profit margin is where current trade margins are. If you're doing drugs, though, you know, like, based on, you know, a 20... Like, the craziest thing is like, every 20 minutes you're investing 1 million Alpha UEC to earn, you know, 15%, which is 150 Alpha UEC, right? So over the course of an hour, you're earning 450 Alpha UEC. Like, you could get away with that. You could be doing that depending on where you're, you know, operating for the legal side of things. So the illegal side of things, though, the 25% profit rate, like, the demand can't keep up. Or correction, the supply can't keep up with the demand. So you couldn't sit there and, you know, like, you could spend a lot of credits on drugs, but you won't make a lot of credits off of them because you couldn't pull them all off in the time frame that CIG has limited drugs in. So I don't see this particular thing like this working, you know, in the game, but I think this is more like a theoretical exercise. But this kind of ignores the fact, like, if you're making more, pirates will target you. Like, part of the reason why we don't go after drug haulers is not because the bloody profit margins are, you know, too high for them. It's because finding them is, you know, too difficult. Thank you very much for the sub. Why is it popping up there and not... I must have missed it. So the conclusion is that the profits need to go for escorts to become the rational choice, as the risk of loss would be larger than the cost of splitting profits. Yeah, like, I get that. The problem is, though, is like they're not factoring that your escorts are effective at, you know, stopping the pirates. Then again, I don't think they're actually trying to factor that in. They're just making bold assumptions here. So yeah, blue line is you got pirated. Well, the other problem with this, though, is like, right now, we're all stuck in separate little fish bowls. So, you know, like, this, like, the equations that they've come up with make sense based on the current data that they've got, which is all the pirates are separated from each other. What we may end up seeing is when we get server meshing, like, you know, haulers have to, you know, invest in security, not only as a pirates, but because of, you know, competitive haulers who may decide, you know what, I think we'll engage in a bit of piracy when no one's looking. Let's take down some of the competition and all that sort of good stuff. See, it should go up. This is also not, assuming that the commodity rates aren't going to go up as well, and they're not going to fluctuate up and down. Because there's got to be, supply and demand for the trade commodities themselves. I don't know. Like, I feel like they're like, I get what they're trying to get at here. I feel like there's more factors that should be added to this. I look at this particular chart. This is supposed to be the higher profit margin, and I don't agree that this is actually accurate. And I think the main reason why is because they're assuming that the chance of a piracy attack is so low. Like, based on the current, server situation, yeah, like there's still heaps of players out there who have never been pirated, who have been doing the same trade routes as everyone else. Come server meshing, that fucking's changing. Pirates are going to be fighting over the locations just for somebody to pirate. Well, that's just it, Nelson. They're pretty dumb if they didn't. You buy off pirates. Subscribe to Mongrel Prime to get onto our whitelist where you won't get pirated. That's going to be a thing eventually. Alright. I thought this post was going to be a bit more interesting than what it ended up being. But like, I quickly flicked through it and I saw the graphs and I'm like, yeah, this kind of looks like it'll be an interesting thing. Here we go. Shieldy. I did hundreds of barrel runs in a C2, 1.5 million invested, 270k profit on each run, and I never encountered a single pirate. In fact, I'd like to meet one of them at least once to see what it's like, but I'd be surprised if you'd be able to pass my size shields before I was in QT. I literally would have lost millions for nothing hiring an escort, so I would never do that. I feel like this person is just talking out their ass. Either that, or they're being barrel hauling on ITA in Hurston. Because if they put it on Microtech, they would have encountered someone. Oh man. Old mate who started the first, like, pretty much was the catalyst for this post, responded with this. Look at that. Alright, so we got Goron Car here. If a criminal is trying to extort you with 2 or 3 of their friends, you pay or die. 2 to 3 escorts will be meaningless. They are going to ignore your escorts, concentrate fire on your hauler, blow you up, then run. Unless those escorts are the worst fucking escorts ever and are the, NPC equivalent of players, you can't ignore them. No, Blake, it's a Agens Leti stream now. Here's the link. Likely without a scratch return. Next time you will know to pay. The math is silly, really. It's not a math problem. It's a pay or die problem. Escorts will not work against determined criminals. At best, they maybe scare away solo extortionists. Even then, depending on their ship loadout, a solo could destroy the hauler and still escape. Unless these escorts are fucking NPCs, you're gonna get wrecked. And the key to all piracy hits, any sort of interdiction operations, is your quantum enforcement device equipped ships. Thanks for dropping in, Stoney. Catch you later, mate. So if you don't take out that QED, yeah, you're going to go down. But if you got the escort, like if you got 2 to 3 escorts, send them after the QED ship. Done. If the counter escort ignores the escort, then why are we calling them counter escort? Fucking Spectrum pirate, that's what this one is. An expert of piracy and Spectrum. Oh my god. Regarding multi-crew as it pertains to hiring escorts or crew members, COG will eventually need to create a comprehensive character sheets or whatever passes for a crew resume similar to the stats you would see if you hit F1 on your Mobiglass. Basically a list of player NPC skill qualifications. Similar to the skill categories we see in the guide system, this can be complemented with a badge achievement system to display training certifications from. Completing skill-based tutorials, that will probably eventually be a thing in the Arena Commander modules. Without this sort of system, I don't see anyone who would ever hire complete strangers without references for any sort of high-value cargo hauling. The risk of subterfuge is so high. This is why organizations exist, and you join an organization that has a good reputation. Or you hire people from an organization that has a good rep. Oh, I'm melting in this heat. It's super difficult to hire escorts. Not many people want to do it because they can't be fucked flying across the verse to get to you and then returning to what they were doing. And often when you do find 1 or 2 pilots who are actually pirates pretending to be escorts, that's happened to me twice. We've done that a couple of times as well. Yeah, that's just it, Blake. Like I haven't been going on Spectrum as much because I've been more busy in game in real life. When there's not much going on in game, I end up frequenting Spectrum more. Oh, man. And then it's the usual fucking, rhetoric. Oh, buddy, the combat pilots can already make X amount of credits, by doing their mission. So why would they do the boring thing where they're flying with you all the time? They don't fucking have to be flying with you all the time. They just need to be close enough that they can respond. Like, these people do not know. Like, until they've done some proper piracy against people that are fucking fighting so that you can't take their shit from them, they have no idea about how difficult it can be. Because you're not only chasing someone, You're shooting at a single point, you're making sure that you're not running into your own people, and then you're dealing with a server. And if a shitty server, you're dealing with lag. We normally, like, our highest casualty rates don't come from the other player killing us in combat, it comes from desync and ships colliding. Because I said desync. Well, Nelson, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the haulers that we've been pirating, but they're pretty much the equivalent of an NPC. And when they ult F4, it's like the NPC crashed. But yeah, like, I feel like this particular post, like, there was some good intention there, but, you know, they're basing the data off of what we've got now and not what we're going to get in the future. Like, the chances of piracy encounters happening is a lot smaller now because we're spread out across so many servers. CIG could be running 1,000 servers and you've only got, like, you know, 5 pirate crews able to move between, you know, 5 of them at a time. This is one of the reasons why we switched to server scouting. Before in Mongrel Squad, we never used to do server scouting because we'd focused on stalking targets, hunting targets down, stalking them in stealth, and then, you know, hitting them once we found a target. The problem is, though, is that, you know, the player base has increased for Star Citizen. The active player base has increased, which means more servers get spun up. The servers have high populations, so we now need to cover more servers that have high populations, but, you know, like, quite a few of those players are probably not doing cargo hauling. So we need a way of being able to spread ourselves out across multiple servers. Server scouting is nothing new. It's been done for fucking years. We just didn't really focus on it in Mongrel Squad because we'd rather focus on skills that would help us when we got server meshing. But, you know, stealth is broken. So, you know, and we find a lot of the times when we're looking for targets to pirate, we're not finding them on the servers that we're on. The craziest thing is that my alt account that I do the pack rat and the cartel stream with, I have seen more haulers around Hurston than I have ever seen on my main account for the 3.19 patch. Now, I don't know if that's because of some crazy matchmaking that CIG has going in the background, and because I players a lot, they consider that as like a PvP leaning type player. So they try and matchmake me join servers with other PvP leaning type players. But on my alt account, like, I don't do any combat on it. And I'm seeing more haulers on it. So I don't know, like, you know, I could be wrong, I could just be crazy. You know, making shit up in my head, but honestly, you know, I'm starting to think that there's some matchmaking going on in the background, and you do enough piracy, but you start getting moved onto servers where you've got a higher chance of encountering players who are willing to fight. And not all of them are doing hauling, so then what? You join servers that don't have haulers on them. And then you're like, I'm a pirate and I'm looking for someone to pirate, but I can't pirate anyone because I keep getting put on servers with people who don't do anything that's worth pirating. But yeah, once again, that's just a theory, batshit crazy theory. I'm pretty confident that that's not the case. Alright. That's that one there. An interesting little journey. Alright, we're going to move on to the next bit of content that I wanted to react to. This one's a little bit of a journey. Because we're going to be switching between different screens. Really, it's only two. We're going between Reddit and bloody Spectrum. And the reason why, it's actually not for the OP here that I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to link the comment. This is a comment on Reddit. It's in the Star Citizen Reddit. Feel free to go there to follow along. I'm going to switch to stream scene. Here we go. This is it here. Alrighty then, so. Now, this Reddit post is my turn for a motor hobo rant or having a whinge. Like, pirate me, do that. It's legit gameplay loop. It's not a problem. But instead, I spend 20 minutes running from QT marker to QT marker. While being pursued in an empty caterpillar. It was boring. No dialogue, just shooting at something empty that moves at walking pace. It was about as exciting as watching paint dry. I could QT before they could deplete shields and on anyone it went. Come on, I haul cargo for excitement. 30k pirates crash the desktop. If you're gonna shoot me, pirate me for fuck's sakes. My messages are empty? I don't get messaged on fucking Reddit. If I'm shadow banned, would that mean that Quant is actually working? Yeah, good one to Juan. Hello, by the way. I highly doubt the matchmark making seem to Quanta, but man, it certainly feels like it. Need to do more testing. Anyway, old mate's having a whinge because apparently they haven't been pirated or they're not getting pirated the way that they like. Mr. Battle, thank you very much for the subscription. Oh, there's 52 comments. I'm just looking at this one here. But this particular post by Band Ninja. Now, there's a reason why I'm bringing this up. And I'll read this out to you and then I'll explain it a bit further. Right, so Band Ninja says, even devs as lazy as CIGs must at some point come up with gameplay. Pirate gameplay loop got sugar blowed in their back in the recent years and is currently no risk, high reward in any aspect of the game. I'm going to drop this fucking truth bomb right now. The risk to piracy is completely dependent on you. The person that we're pirating is completely dependent on you right now. So if you're turning around and saying there's no risk to piracy, that's not our fault. That's yours. Because you're not taking responsibility for your gameplay. Now there's other things that CIG could introduce to try and increase the risk to piracy, but if you sit there and say under the current iteration of Star Citizen that there's no risk to piracy, you're saying that you're not a threat. That you are no threat to players at all. Now that may be true, you may be willing to accept that. That's fine, but the risk that we encounter in Star Citizen right now as player pirates is based purely on those who we pirate. So if we're not at risk, that's not our fault, that's yours. If you want our gameplay to be more risky, do things that put us at risk, like using turrets and escorts. You know, banding together. You know what I haven't seen in all the time that I've done piracy? I've seen it once. A convoy. And this convoy was only made up of 2 fucking caterpillars. And we hit them. And fucking one of them bloody managed to bedlog and save their fucking cargo. And, you know, tried to say that they were, you know, trying to fix their power plant. Their time will come. But yeah, no risk, high reward. That's not our fault, that's yours, mate. The risk to piracy comes from those who we pirate. Now, this situation created the temporary situation that people thought there are no consequences in robbing game time from other players, and all these players using industrial ships are just meant to be shot and robbed by just showing up and tell them this is mine because some pirate needs money or is bored. This is projection right here. This person is projecting their mindset. Reason why I haven't seen one is because the pack rats are sneaky and don't get caught with their pants down. Hex, I'm pretty sure we'd be the ones running the larger convoys. I know back in the day Galog used to do it a lot. But we couldn't get onto their servers. I don't know why. Must have been that matchmaking. Alright, continuing on. Well, CIG created this easy mode piracy. They will have to deal with them at some point. After 11 years of alpha, time is running out. The game has not been in fucking alpha for 11 years. Lying sack of shit. It's 9 years currently. 2 years we didn't even... Well, we had Hangar Mod, but that wasn't even counted. I'm getting tired of seeing that, you know, saying 11 years of alpha. It's not. It's 9 at the moment. You really wouldn't count wouldn't really count it until like 2015, which takes us to 8. Time is running out. This cannot take another 5 years of lazy dev cycles, sitting on their hands and shitting out bad, untested code. Fucking oath it can. They got this far. The brutal truth is you can easily remove the piracy content and the game will still work. If you remove the PvE part because you are the high reward part of the no risk high reward game design, this will have lasting consequences for the game as it removes a large part of the player base. Unfair PvP will remove PvP on the long run. Star Citizen has the most unfair, unbalanced PvP I've ever seen, and you see this shit on any level. 3.14 started module balance and it's lasted since then, zero progress. The shit is so lacking that discussing is a pure waste of time because so much is missing. The barrier of entry to piracy has been reduced. Unfair PvP. It's only unfair when you lose. I guarantee that. I have seen haulers who have sat there and talked smack when pirates have failed to hit them. When they've failed to take them down, they sit there and they start talking shit. But the moment that you are successfully able to, you know, take them down, they start crying. This is unfair. This is bullshit. Well, Kestrel, this actually leads into something. A scenario. Now, I don't actually have the video footage that supposedly exists of this. But Bad Ninja is also this person over here who posted an excessive griefing and stream sniping post. This one. I'll link it in chat. Because this actually has something to do with Mongrel Squad. Now, Shepherd Xavier or Bionoman J says here, in the excessive griefing and stream sniping post, this gives context. Dear CIG, some pirate wannabes camped by C2 Hercules and Shubin SED1. I bought some 48 units of gold worth 240,000 Alpha UEC. Kept an eye out and discovered that they scanned my ship. No, they camped it for 30 minutes and I refused to take off / leave the armistice zone. Next thing I know, they landed and one of them was bashing at the back cargo door with a tractor beam and box and forced open my cargo hold. I recorded the incident. He then ran up to the pilot seat and hijacked ship with another player. I managed to alt-tab back in to catch them on video hijacking my ship and flying it out of armistice. My FPS was very low and the game was freezing, so the other friend of his shot me the second we left Armistice. He exploited a feature to force entry into my cargo ship and steal my ship from a zone intended not to have that feature, and I couldn't do anything about it. That shouldn't be allowed to happen, and the player that did it should be banned for exploit. I know his name, and I submitted a ticket on it Friday. Now, I really wish I had the fucking video for this. But I don't know if there's a link to it anyway. Ah, that's right. Blake, you were there. So, this is the Mongrel side. That was side effects video. I don't think I've seen it. I know there's a video floating around, but I haven't seen it. So, to get the person's name on the ship who was trying to, or correction, the person's name who was trying to bash a box into the ramp of the C2, they invited him to their party. Now, what happens when you invite someone to your party in Star Citizen? Prospect footage. It's for the reaction stream, so it comes under fair use. I'm not putting it into a Mongrel Squad YouTube video for a piracy hit. I can see your comments, Kestrel. Comments are coming through. So yeah, old mate invited our guy into his party to try and get his name so that he could report him trying to use an exploit. Once he got that party invitation, he accepted, and then was able to open up the ship. The ship didn't open up because I bashed a box against it, which, theoretically, yes, you can do it. Takes a fucking long time. But you can do it. That's just it, Nelson. Most people in this game are stupid and just accept random invites from people. Yeah, so old mate here. I don't have the video for it, but I could show you the perspective of the person. But here's the thing is, like, they don't mention trying to invite them to the party. This reminds me of another incident years ago. This was years ago. The video is private on Mongrel Squad's YouTube channel because the people whose point of view that I used for it haven't signed off on the contract for uploading to Mongrel Squad's YouTube channel. So I made the video private. I will, see if I ask for it, I'll bloody, send them a link to it. But somebody went to Spectrum to make a complaint to say that they were griefed. And what had happened was that they had been pirated while rock mining. Now this was during the time where you couldn't take the gems from the rock, so you had to extort. So DT was involved with this hit, and he contacted old mate. Old mate ignored all attempts at comms. All attempts. Tried VoIP, tried bloody, sending text messages, tried, contacting through global, nothing. So he was, you know, his rock was essentially destroyed. Anyone's getting sound pops? I have no idea. I am not. You guys have got me concerned now because bloody... This is the second time in the same stream that somebody's mentioned that the audio has gone to shit. Which is interesting because this is the exact same streaming setup on my streaming PC that I use for all my other streams. I haven't had any complaints. But if there is sound popping or anything like that, let me know because I'll need to look into it. Yes. Alright. Hearing popping. What, when I speak? Ah, alright. Give me a sec. Alright, is it coming through crackly now? You love the popcorn stream? When I speak. Interesting. You guys have been letting me go for this long? Right, what about now? No, currently? It sounds okay now? Yeah, I figured as much. It's a fucking voice meter banana thing now. Sing the Australian national anthem if it's fixed. Yeah, it was a voice meter banana issue. It happens every now and again. Alright, thanks for that. If it happens again, let me know sooner rather than later. Don't try and bear through it. I personally hate streams where the audio is shit. So I always try and work on it. Ooh, alright.
Observing you.
Alright, what I'm going to do here. This is the video. Yeah, I'm just going to rearrange some stuff here. This is really crappy quality. Still a little crackly. Fuck's sakes. I'm going to have to listen to it so I can work it out. Could be a microphone connection. Could be a plug. Could be a number of things. Yeah. Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch back to here. It's only happening when I'm speaking apparently, so it's probably something to do with my mic or the sound mixer. Anyway, this here is the I believe this is what happened from a side effects point of view. So we'll listen and watch.
You from the other side. He's coming over.
Oh, hello, buddy. Hey,
Oh, I gotta talk to him in global now.
buddy. What are
Or
you
not
doing,
Burritosaurus.
buddy?
Hang on.
It's
He's
Bioman.
talking. Hang on, he's talking to me. Let me do this real quick.
Just keep hitting the thing. Why you gotta, don't stop. Just keep
Hey,
doing
bud.
it.
How's it going?
Oh, an American. What a surprise.
He said,
what are
"Oh,
you doing here?
why are you
Huh?
being racist?"
Why are you trying to glitch in my ship?
I'm gonna knock him with the box. Watch. Are you watching this?
tell me. Okay, you want to grief. But just explain.
Come on, that's griefing.
I knocked him off. Look, I knocked his ass
Let me
out.
record this.
Back to hitting the thing.
Why are you
before
recording
shit.
this, dude? You're not
Before
leaving the
shit
pad,
banned.
buddy. Why don't you just leave the pad?
I'm recording this.
Why don't you leave the pad?
Why don't you tell me what
He
you're
said he's
trying to do
recording.
here?
I'm trying to get into
Okay.
this ship. I lost my keys.
This is not your ship.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's my ship.
My name is Bioman J.
No, that's not your ship. My name's Bioman.
Bioman J.
He said his name is Biotoman.
Yeah, it's Bio Man J. Bionoman.
Get your ID.
He's trying to get my ID and shit.
Buy an ottoman. Nah, I'm not in the
He's
market.
sending me a party invite.
Side is
Watch the.
Dude,
watch
accept
the
it and then open the
Ares.
door. Accept it.
Oh
and
my
open
god,
the
you're
door.
right. Alright, accept it.
Wait.
I accept it.
Ares is leaving at a high rate of speed.
He just invited you to party?
Yeah, and I
That's
accepted it.
targeted?
He's trying to get side effects. As
The door's
needed.
opening, the door's opening, door's opening.
Get ready to go on board
Yep, yep, yep.
with him. Run quickly.
I'm on the ramp.
Just
He
go.
said-
Just go to the pilot seat as fast as you can.
Okay,
Loki's gonna try to get on board with you,
okay.
so he can't.
I'm
shoot
going
you,
up the ladder.
'cause he's got gear.
Hello, Alfred.
He's trying to record. He said he's like reporting me and shit.
I mean, he opened the door for you.
Yep, he invited me to a party.
Alright,
Alright.
Loki's coming on board.
I'm running to the cockpit.
Hey,
Yeah, I
Loki
don't think
jumped
he.
out.
I don't think old mate thought
I'm
this
in the
through.
pilot seat. Get ready.
Hey, I'm not picking up any Aries.
Hey,
Right.
Wait, what was that?
I'm coming to the cockpit now.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to leave until you're like ready to
I
pull your
can
gun out. He's
I'm
standing
in
right
the
next to.
cockpit.
Okay,
But-
bet. All right, I'm going.
Let me get your name. Hey, what's your name?
He's trying to get our names. You should be able to get them. We should be out of armistice.
Just some bullets going
I
off.
got this on video. Thank you.
You got
Thank
it.
Reporting your ass.
Nice doing business
said
with you,
you
sir.
glitched.
Yeah, fuck you.
Who gets blamed as FPS? Yeah, it was completely old mate's FPS. All right, let's take care of this. So yeah. Now I'm gonna say this: using a box to break into somebody's ship, I understand the premise behind why the guys were doing it. Old mate was hiding in the armistice zone for 30 minutes. Old mate says they camped it for 30 minutes. The reason why they were camping you for 30 minutes was because you were hiding for that long. Now, if he doesn't want to take off, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to take off and leave. But this is one of those situations where the ends don't really justify the means. Like, using that box to bash open that C2's ramp was going to take for fucking ever. In this sort of scenario, you're better off making old mate feel secure in that you guys left the area. Well, that's just it, Juan. Like, COG can, review what happened there. I'll make it in the video. COG can review it if they want, like all the in-game shit. But, if you've been tracking Mongrel Squad and everything that we've been doing, you guys know I've done an investigation into fucking, what COG does when it comes to, what's it called? Investigating claims of griefing. Which is, it's nearly non-existent. And they'll take the word of players over others. So old mate submitting that video could very well, get side effects banned. Which is why I tell, our guys, record your point of view. It's not only for the Mongrel Squad YouTube channel, you don't have to do it for that at all. I highly encourage, if you do Piracy, if you do PvP, record your point of view. It's bullshit, man. But because, you know, old mate here is saying, oh, you know, buddy, they used the box to, you know, crack open my door. No, they didn't. They were trying to, and then you fucked up because you thought that you were going to get them, and you invited one of them to your party. CIG could check the game files and they'll see that, and then they'll see that you invited them to the party, accepted, and then they got into your ship. Now there's a few problems here. One, pirates shouldn't be landing at fucking outposts, but, you know, CIG hasn't addressed that yet. Planned for, but not yet implemented. You know, we're supposed to have a reputation system where, you know, gain a reputation as a criminal, places stop liking you less. Realistically, we shouldn't be pirating at outposts. If we approach an outpost, we should be getting shot at. It's like the underground bunkers with the, you know, turrets. They should start shooting at you. If you're there, you know, and you've got a reputation of being a criminal, security should be getting called. The turret should be, you know, shooing you away. Haulers and that should be able to land and, you know, do so unharassed. But that's not the game that we're playing yet. Planned for but not yet implemented, which means that you got to play smarter. Now this person here, they were kitted up in heavy gear, so they're at least ready for an FPS fight, but they weren't ready, you know, for a piracy encounter. At all. You know, they didn't have a buddy with them, they didn't have, you know, any sort of escorts or turret gunners. They just weren't ready for it, and they weren't willing to accept the consequences of their, you know, piss poor preparations. CIG has intentionally made it so that you cannot bedlog an armistice zone. You know, CIG has intentionally added a feature to make it easier to disable a ship without destroying it. CIG has added mechanics that make piracy's barrier of entry easier to get into. So the player base should be focusing on, you know, for those who aren't interested in piracy and don't want to get pirated, should be focusing on using the tools that are available to them to be able to fight off pirates. You can form parties, you can friends fly with you. You know, you can transfer credits to each other so you can have your friends invest in the cargo haul. But instead, you know, people would prefer to play Star Citizen as though it's a single player game and expect everybody to treat them like they're the fucking main character. My preference to what I'm seeing here is that we don't see, you know, bashing of boxes against ramps to get into somebody's ship because they're hiding in the armistice zone. You know, get in your own ships, take off, back away, hide, go out of, you know, out of sight, out of mind. Stay close enough that you can move in on the target and pounce and pirate them. Force them out. One of the considerations that we now need to start, you know, looking at is we've been seeing this a lot in the last week where targets are intentionally going as high up into atmosphere as they can, orientating themselves back to the ground, initiating self-destruct, cruise control to max, and then Alt F4. And one of two things happens. A ship either explodes in high atmosphere, we have to follow the wreckage down, or two, we manage to brick the ship, but because it's being so high, when it hits the ground, it explodes and we lose the majority of the cargo. He's armed security. He's just trying to get the names, Phoba. He's just trying to get the names. The thing is, and you don't see enough of the player base doing this, they keep wanting to punish. Keep wanting to punish players. You know, how dare you play the game and, you know, do something that I wouldn't do? You just sit there and you're just like, all right, well, CIG wants piracy to be a thing. And they've added mechanics to support it. So, you know, instead of crying that the game's being played in a way that you don't like, how about suggesting that CIG prioritize certain mechanics that empower you to be able to defend yourself? How to punish pirates, get good, and then done. Like, even then, man, like, nobody's suggesting... Well, actually, no, there was suggestions about improving the armistice zones. Yes, Stefan. I actually showed it on the stream. It would have been about... What's the time now? How long is this one going for? That would have been... Going blind. I can't see how long... Ah, there we go. An hour and a half. Probably 45 minutes ago. 50 minutes ago. For me, it's a bit different. The pirate flag. The picture. I explained it at the start of the stream. Fuck, it feels like ages ago. Yeah, I explained my point of view on it. I would have preferred that it would have been the newer logo, but yeah. It is what it is. I'm just glad that we've got that acknowledgement there now. Yeah, like, this person is talking about trying to, you know, punish other players. We got people showing up to the stream. Welcome! It's good to hear that the link is working. I'm glad. You're late, right, mate? That said, we're getting close to the end. I can't stay up for too much longer. Yeah, old mate. Like, this is another example. Like, last week, you know, River Grit's video where he was talking, you know, he did the, was it the reaction to HCV Vertigo, whatever the fuck old mate's name is. The Vertigo dude. Ironically, that also involved Mongrel Squad members. Viva! But yeah, the players just aren't focusing on wanting to empower themselves. They're just wanting to punish other players frequently for not playing the game the way that they want. And then it's just, you know, bloody not offering solutions other than just punish them. Don't like what they did to me, punish them. Yeah, that is true, Loco. Like, you know, but that's the thing is, if you're solo, you gotta accept some level of risk. You know, like, when I'm doing solo hauling, I'm not going to the places where you're gonna make the most amount of profit from everything. And I go to the places where it's difficult for pirates to hit you. But that comes from a lot of knowledge there on playing Stasis and being a pirate for as long as I have, but also, like, if you understand the basics of how the QED works, you would know that certain places like Microtech are terrible to go trade at. Even though, right there, old mate was on Daymar. Now, he could have got into his ship. He could have just ignored side effects while he's there bashing on the, ramp. Because doing that would have taken a lot longer. He could have got into his own ship and taken off. And then just tried pushing out. Now, there are ways to fly, bigger ships in atmosphere in a way that it makes it really difficult for the Mantis and the Cutlass Blue to stay with you. But players don't know. They don't know these things. Telva, I don't know if you realize, but Mongrel Squad and the Mongrel Corps is my ward-off garden that I use for content. I've really got to bloody go find. I've got to get a screenshot of that, and I need to memorize it. So whenever this happens, I can just fucking just do it off the top of the head. When is the next Mongrel Squad video, though? I'll explain a little bit what's going on with that at the end. I did it at the start of this stream. Or actually, no, I did it in the last Mongrel Squad reaction stream. Yeah, there is a bit of a delay between what I see in text and what you guys have to say, or when I respond. Anyway, guys, I'm going to switch over here. Pretty much, you guys saw the evidence there. We've got another fucking Care Bear having a Suki Lala that they couldn't get their way. And they did something retarded, and they're trying to, disingenuously claim that an exploit was utilized. It was attempted, but it never got, it never succeeded. And because of old mate's self-righteousness trying to fucking, report, griefers, or, people using an exploit, or what they consider an exploit, and doing things in Star Citizen that they shouldn't be able to do. You made a dumb decision and paid the price for it. And old mate probably doesn't even realize. Yes, Blake, we've already showed the Mongrel POV. It was about 15 minutes ago now. 15, 20 minutes ago, maybe. But we're going to move on, because we've got a bit more content to react to. So, yeah. Seems like there's a rise in disingenuous claims of griefing happening again. Alright, now the next bit of content, once again, comes from Reddit, and I thought it was an interesting post, because, it's been brought up that in the NA time zone there's been a lot more counter-piracy gameplay happening too. The one that you attacked had an escort? Lever. Was it a couple of weeks back? We actually attacked a caterpillar that had a turret gun. And, yeah. Depends on the time zone that you're playing in. The rise of sloppy tourist pirates doesn't help. Yeah. But yeah, there is, like, the chances of encountering escorts or counter piracy or, other pirate groups has actually gone up. they sort of worked against Chaos Squad, so why not waste more CIG time trying to get it to work against other groups? Yeah. Anyway, this one was an interesting post because it kind of leans into what you're talking about there, Lever. And it's Piracy. Star Citizen is now a content paradise. My org are traders focused on anti-piracy. We love the sheer volume of piracy content in Star Citizen. Why? Because we're making a difference. We're using the predictability of pirates to pounce on them. This game makes it so easy to find organic content such as finding and killing pirates. Even baiting them. Anyone else having as much fun doing anti-piracy as we are? It's an organization that is literally advertising on Reddit without actually advertising their name. I mean, finding a pirate is so dang easy in this game with the overpopulation of such types of players that it's almost sad. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. You can't miss. Well, unless they're tricording, but that's a different topic. I mean, my org actually skipped doing Ghost Hollow because the real organic content is easily found at trade sites and in the trade lanes these days. I want to hear your tales of switching the tables on the pirates. Are you finding anti-pirate content? Pirates on pirates, traders on pirates, vigilantes on pirates. Just curious what you guys are experiencing out there as far as opportunities to bait, capture, or kill pirates in the verse. Surely we're not the only ones. And you are correct to Juan, it is ITC. Anyway, I saw this and, somebody suggested, so I read through it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a bit. I started scrolling through. Tell us tales of anti-piracy, and, I always doubt when I see these posts. It's like, oh yeah, cool, you just fucking talking yourself. But then I get down to here, and this person here has a YouTube channel where they, showcase them doing piracy. And they showcase one of their videos showing their point of view, having an encounter with the ITC, and then you've got ITC's side or point of view. And what I wanted to do was show it, because we've shown a lot of piracy content in the past, but we haven't really seen it in action that much. So this claims to be, engaging in anti-piracy. And this is ITC Star Citizen Bad Boys Episode 2, The Capture of Stranger Danger. I'm gonna have to go through my DMs. I'm pretty sure this guy attempted to join Mongrel Squad. I can't remember off the top of my head. We get a lot of people who have come through in the past. Anyway. Toggle the music off. And we're going to watch ITC Star Citizen Bad Boys 2. It's 19.5 minutes. We'll see how this goes. Alright, silence. Thanks for dropping in, man.
ITC is filmed on location. Viewer discretion is advised.
Fuck's sakes. Well, this isn't monetized, so I'm not going to get a copyright strike.
Time for some shenanigans. There's only one hostile I can see in the area, and he's behind me.
Just watch for our green rover.
Alright, there's one guy out there. I'm gonna look like a noob.
I see him.
So you're seeing activity out there, huh?
Yep. That green rover right there, I see it.
Very nifty. I'm just gonna wait for just one tick, so it's 10 minutes. The scan can I see? This is why I didn't want you on my boat, because they could see you that in there, and then it would give up the gig. Let's see if we can catch a pirate here.
Should I take off? Go outside?
Yeah, just stay right there. Don't take off at all.
Yeah, I see you. There's another ship to my left.
Why is he going to the lower deck?
The Vulture. For some reason, he stayed stationary.
I don't see anybody aboard cargo. No fish. I'm gonna be grabbing some more.
Oh, he's waiting for the
What was the point of that?
pull the elevator up. But yeah, he's on that elevator for sure.
That's what they did to me.
I just saw the chat from Nord. This fucking guy. Fuck you, Taco. Fuck you. I bet you live in your mum's basement. Fucking love chat. This is the highlight so far.
They just wait for the elevator.
Oh, he got off for some reason.
Oh, what is this?
Oh, I think you spooked him. No, he's headed back towards Gladius.
You know what? I could probably go over there straight now. I'll just be like half loaded. I'll go to 18 and see if I can find anything out there.
I see a bunch of gamers trading for the company.
Lord Taco Supreme definitely is a pirate.
Yes, that guy. He was at Daymar.
Yeah, he's at 18 now.
Right, Lord Taco Supreme. They call him out, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but they actually had him targeted on the MFDs. Left
Lord
MFD.
Taco Supreme definitely is a pirate.
Yes,
Cutlass
that
Blue.
guy. He was at Daymar.
Yeah, he's at 18 now. He's in a Drake Cutlass Blue.
Yep,
That's
yep.
the guy.
And he's hostile, so you can shoot him out of the sky.
That doesn't matter.
So in the top right-hand corner there, right there, Taco Supreme in his Cutlass Blue in detection range at SMO 13, which is where you go to buy diamonds. Diamonds? Yeah, 13. So 10 and 22 are beryl, 13 is diamonds, 18 is gold, sorry.
Because we're gonna bomb the area.
Got two other friendlies with them. An
There's
Anvil Arrow
arrow.
Yeah, what kind of ships do they have?
and a Razor. They're small fry.
Oh, looks like Colonel Sanders with them.
No, I just left Sanders on SCD-1 from Daymar, wherever it was. Alright, I'm approaching Microtech now. I think we're going to swap out to the Scorpius if they have light fighters.
25 clicks. Yeah.
I'm gonna hop out now and get to my ship.
Oh, go back.
Microtech now. I think we're going to swap out to the Scorpius if they have
Do
light.
I see SMO 13, right?
25 clicks.
Gold? When did that change? 407 million credits? What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, that's SPO 13. Since when does that fucking sell gold?
And I see the Drake Caterpillar. He's
Duping?
28 clicks, about 4 clicks away from you.
Yeah, but why? Why do you need that much credits?
Ooh, looky what I caught. Ooh.
Ah, SPO 13's. Yeah, okay. My eyes are painted on. Alright, don't worry.
Looky what I caught. Hey man, what are you doing on my boat?
Oh my god. Hi, my friend.
Yes, you dumb
Hey,
motherfucker.
quiet.
You got a lot of cargo here.
Dude, no,
Here,
don't. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. It's your mistake, sir. It's your mistake. Just saying.
It's not my mistake. It's my money.
I'm gonna go bomb this Caterpillar.
I don't think so. Sir, I would recommend you come back yourself down here right now, right away. You have just boarded an ITC C2 cargo trading vessel, sir. You are under arrest for piracy. I suggest you just...
You're going to arrest me for piracy?
Absolutely, sir. You are now under arrest. You cannot leave this cargo bay. You are trapped here, sir.
I'm trapped here. Okay. We'll play that game.
Absolutely, that's right. I recommend you take off all your armor right now at this time, and I will confiscate it for you.
Okay, bring the Redeemer and I got contacts.
Yep, now he is absolutely trapped in here.
Yeah, so Stranger has the point of view on his channel as well.
Will be inbound shortly. Fleet Command, this is ITC, Enigma ITC.
I don't care about your stupid Marines and your RP shit. You can pay or I'll fucking blow this ship up. 200K on the take.
Try blowing it up, sure. That's fine with me. We got 450 mil. This is no loss to us.
Sounds good to me then, buddy.
Jabber walk for.
One bomb away. I'm going after the Caterpillar.
Roger that.
What?
Sir, can you still hear me?
I can hear you. What's up, buddy?
Awesome. Well, say goodbye to your little fleet over there.
Those guys aren't with me, but okay, you can go ahead and blow up some innocent people.
Our pleasure. So, you have a choice here. You can either choose to suicide yourself, or you can pay $30 million for the fine for hijacking an ITC vessel. Or
I don't know who ITC is.
Caterpillar is destroyed.
I'm not paying you $30 million.
we're not looking for $30 million. We're looking for 30 million space bucks, bro. Obviously, you've done this before, and you've got the money. And it's time for you now to pay up.
Yeah, they hurt me.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen, buddy. I'm not paying shit to you.
All right, then you have a third. Then you have a third option. We have a wonderful work release program. You'll have to do some work for us in order to go and get off this boat. You understand?
Work release program.
That's right.
Get the fuck out of here, you RP idiot.
Not at all. We even have a plushie
What
for
are
you.
you
to do a good
doing?
job.
Coming up behind you.
Man, this is where you play along. You play along with this shit and you look for your opportunity to escape. Because they're going to make a mistake. Listen to the sound of their voice. They feel like they're in control. The way that old mate's talking, you could probably exploit his overconfidence. You just got to wait for the right opportunity.
Might even pay you 100K if you want. No, how about this? I'll make you worth your while. How about I pay you $1 million? Are you in for something fun?
He's on your ass.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know if you heard that. Do you want to have $1 million?
Come here, Cuddy Blue. I want you.
I can't hear you. Do you want 1 mil or not?
This is one of the reasons why we do multiple points of view, because like whilst this shit is happening here, you know, during these lulls you could cut to the other points of view showing the combat and the exciting stuff, but instead, you know, you got this. The other thing as well is like the text at the bottom of the screen. Most people who do reactions will normally have it off to the side. Some people have it in the middle like this here. But it's normally a good idea because if you're watching on mobile, not to do your text at the bottom of the screen, because a lot of the time it's also where subtitles go, and YouTube will auto-generate subtitles, so you got text over text. So it's all a good idea to put it up the top. It's more mobile friendly. What?
Hey man, do you want a drink or any water, something to eat? I can bring it down to you if you like.
Alright, that's
Well, let's see if he's still on the boat here.
Yo. What is going on down here?
your demise. Alright.
What did you say? Sorry, my buddy in Discord is talking over you.
Yeah, this is Enigma with ITC. We are anti-pirates. We have captured our first hijacker for this evening. Identify yourself, please.
Who is the hijacker? And are you with Taco or not?
No, I'm not with Taco at all.
Who's the hijacker?
Thanks, online.
I think it is Taco.
What's taking so long?
Stranger Danger is the hijacker.
Stranger Danger is the hijacker?
That is correct. Yep, he is under arrest and he is not leaving this cargo bay alive unless he pays a fine. Or he works for us. We got a wonderful work release program, you know. I mean, it's we offer our work release prisoners plushies. Sorry, what's that?
Who is with you? Who is with you?
Oh,
we will not
God.
confirm that whatsoever at this time.
For fuck's sakes, this conversation. To speed up the conversation, especially like during times like this, one, the lack of music is really making it kind of boring. But two, like during this conversation, you want it to be short, sharp, and snappy, so cut out the dead air in between. Like it does look a little bit jank visually, but it's not that bad. Aren't they pirating him right now? Yeah, technically it's yeah, it's extortion. How is he locked in the cargo bay? Just climbed the ladder. They've stuck a 1 SCU box at the top. So what they do is they bait pirates. Like, this is one of the reasons why I don't like this whole, you know, just sneak in behind them while they're bloody going up the ladder or into their ship via the elevator or whatever. It's like, yeah, no shit, it's really easy to do. And old mate thought that he was being clever by, you know, doing that. Takes the elevator up and then, you know, fucking the owner opens up the elevator door and old mate, thinking that he's going to be clever again and run up the ladder, runs out and now he's stuck inside the ship, locked. Now, these guys don't care, like the ITC guys don't care about their financial situation, so that's why they're doing this, and they want to roleplay police, whatever. Myself personally, if I was stuck in this situation, I would have just started moving the boxes. I would just start moving boxes. Just start slamming boxes against the ramp, against anything that I could do. It's like, all right, you're going to trap me in here. Cool. All right, we're going to exploit the armistice zone's inability for me to be able to fight back. I'm just going to grab a box and just start smacking it all.
I mean, I can just look it up.
That's just fine. You're welcome to do so, but you got a lot of players to look at if you do that. But may I ask your purpose here?
That's classified.
Oh, it's classified. Got it. All right. Well, ending comp, since apparently you have nothing else to offer as of this time. This is an IT security zone. I recommend you get yourself out of here. Our fleet is on its way. ITC out.
Right here.
Hey down there, are you comfortable in your brig?
Alright, we have Colonel Sander here. Not very good.
That's just fine.
Nice, you just blew him up. You
Yep.
blew that. That's awesome.
Now he lands to repair.
Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna go pester Colonel Sander. Colonel has a turret gun.
Alright, you guys need help? We're on it.
This is affirmative.
We're on it. When the call comes, we're out. Let me join your server. We were doing bunkers, we just finished one, and the call came to help out. We're here.
Roger that. We even have a hijacker on board, too.
Oh, good. Well, we're here, bud. That's what we do. If I needed help, I'd hope you come.
Alright, boys. Let's ass some kick and name some butts and stuff.
Nice. Nice. What do you want me to bring? I got Cuddy Blue. You know I got every shit.
Bring it on.
Pretty
You know,
much, so.
you could jam their suckers. That'd be great.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll bring Cuddy Blue.
Hey, Stranger Danger, you still on board the ship, sir? You comfortable? Do you need any water or food?
Oh, did I just really just freeze up?
Who needs an invite?
Oh, he crashed.
Oh, you still gotta send me a friend request.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 I just crashed to desktop.
Oh.
No.
Is that why I went back into the load menu?
He should still be trapped in the C2.
Yeah, that is correct.
So whoever is nearby, get into the C2.
Oh my god, do we need...
On crew 01, so
Cut this shit out. I'm just gonna start skipping. Where's he? Okay, he wakes up here.
Exactly. Hey, 3 minutes to my claims up on my ship. I'm bringing the Cuddy Blue. Could have had a ballista brought in.
Sir? And he's like, shut the fuck up.
Just set it at Tressler when you guys come in. Just dock, take a sec, run over there, set it on the ship. You're good.
This is actually one of the reasons why you should carry a railgun. Or keep a railgun in the local inventory of an outpost. Set up little caches everywhere.
I'm already in microtech. I'm stopping in a Tressler real quick.
This is intense, buddies. There's an enemy Corsair here too, so.
Oh my god.
I thought this was in space, not intense.
I didn't want to tell the guy, man. That's not a joke.
Right.
But he's a younger kid. He's kind of a redneck, you know. So.
Ooh. Okay.
Lever, hit Either Kestrel or Legbar up. They've got some railguns in the cartel at the moment.
Ooh, I know that should bring neck clips.
That's not a bad call.
Just the dog runs into the atmosphere and just let missiles go.
That's what I'm saying. You'd be out of atmosphere and they're dead before they even see you.
I don't know the targeting systems. Kind of just shit.
Honestly, my Eclipse has been falling
they
out of ammo
they
lately.
ran the
Like,
ramp
it happened
open.
6 times.
All the boxes are just spilling out. Good.
They falling out of atmo.
Yep, just dropped like a fly right out the sky. Someone says it's because my coolers, but everything's upgraded to Class A stealth, so I don't know. Someone says it's shitty coolers to do that.
Guys.
Yeah.
We have some interesting stuff happening.
Okay, tell me.
There's a 400i, there's 2 Corsairs, the niggas trying to get on. Jabba, oh my god, there's so much shit going on.
Okay, I'm trying to hurry up and trust me.
If I kill one of these chicks,
Alright, let's see if he pulls this off. Will he do it? Will he do it? Yeah, no, he's got that.
We don't want to, but...
What's his loot, man?
Oh, shit. Damn, that was his loot. Alright.
Bit of an arrow there.
Well, I'm trying to hurry. I'm just setting my spawn point real quick.
Did Stranger leave or something?
In case they're ready, boom, with their hair. Because I gotta store this one for a second anyway, so it'll take
I'm back on board. Enigma is back on board. I can't believe I did that. Man, I was like holding my breath for that.
Good shit.
Yeah, but can you get out of there alive?
Oh yeah, I will.
Yeah, getting in it was the hard part. Staying alive, that's a breeze.
I see a couple people at Tressler calling ships too. I don't know if they're coming down, but they're here.
hey, it's Sky 12345, anybody? No?
No.
You gotta check comms to see if he's in there?
Call the Inferno. Expedite that bitch just in case. Call the Wildfire just in case. Call the Banshee just in case.
Oh, I got my Corsair here. Sweet.
Watch out.
Let's get the Aquila in here. That's a pretty good ship too. Let's get.
Oh, do we really need to watch a fucking ramp close?
Let's get the Sentinel in here. Fuck it. Okay, I got 4 ships ready.
Checking it in the fuck it bucket.
Yeah, I can't fuck watching the rest. Fucking hell. Wow. That was a mistake. I was really hoping for a bit more. It's their second episode, so I guess, you know, like, they're learning. Good on them for trying. It was an inventive way of taking somebody hostage. So many people to hold one guy hostage in the cargo bay. They were fighting off they were fighting off his friends. So, you know, to a certain point, it's like, you know, they're seeking out gameplay. They're engaging in anti-piracy stuff. You know, it's a good example of why you don't get in cars with strangers. But yeah. That, yeah, fucking hell. Oh my god. That was a video. It was definitely a video. So, do we need a palate cleanse? I need a palate cleanse. I want a palate cleanse. This made me, want to watch something half decent. The latest Void video apparently is not React friendly in the sense that I could be hit with a copyright strike. But that's okay. Because I'm on my personal channel. I have hit 2 hours. Yes, I have. I need a palate cleanse though, Stony. I need it. After that. I guess to the guys from ITC, you got some work on your videos, but, you know, it's interesting gameplay. It would be cool to see a bit more of the fighting as opposed to just trying to chat with somebody. The RP, yeah. Well, it was gameplay sprinkled with a bit of RP. My problem with it was that their goal was to try and get old mate to, you know, play along, and obviously they weren't interested. All copyright strikes have names. Let's find out this one. Hold up. Why is this starting like 16 minutes in? Who the fuck suggested this? Nelson, what the fuck? What is this? 16 minutes in? Mate. Am I gonna have to put you through bloody linking training again for YouTube videos? Calm down, Voidy, wait your fucking turn. Right, I haven't even got the bloody video scene up yet. Holy shit. Alright. So yeah, we're going for a palate cleanse. For having timestamps saved in links. I think that was a skill issue on your part, Nelson, for copying a URL, and instead of just copying the URL, copying the timestamped URL. Anyway, we're going to watch Voidy's video. It's not Jumptown, it's just a tribute, okay? I'm going to link it here for you guys to watch in your own time. This is the palate cleanse that, you know, we need. I really hope, Voidy, you deliver on this palate cleanse because I fucking need it. No pressure, mate. Alright, we're already off to a good start. We've got a warning.
Maze, fake space, money. You know the drill, but this is an epic Jumptown space adventure with a twist because the cinematographic geniuses over at Backspace hacked my mainframe or something and injected their unique flair into this video for your handsome viewer viewing pleasure. It's a Voidy Vids Backspaced collab Jumptown tribute video. Oh my god, let's begin. As always, we strategically arrive at our ludicrous space game's most ludicrous event in the most professional way possible.
Priority. Is it still the best bet to take the priority mission from Deagle?
Yeah, I'm guessing so. As far as
Oh,
I'm gonna have to select Grim there.
Stop. Sorry.
What happened?
Carry
good,
on.
fam?
How's it going, guys?
What he cannot light fighter.
Transpired.
Adrian!
Were you
Hello.
decoupled or something, buddy? Like, what happened?
Nah,
there?
desync or something, you lag.
Just saw you plummeting and just like...
Oh my
I
god.
don't know what you saw. So I think the internet is so unreliable.
I honestly don't even know, but it might be.
The name.
I'm just gonna go hot, I guess.
It's super low. Holy shit. That came across super loud. Alright, let me see if I can fix this.
If you wanna.
To keep the mace flying, bro. Like, no
That should
jokes,
have fixed
no,
it.
No memes.
Oh, you hit the ground. Okay, these sorts of stuff.
So I'm literally just going to run between the consoles and keep the mace flying, okay? So that we get a proper haul out of here.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess now we're going full sweaty, try hard JT. Oh, sorry. Star Citizen is a third person adventure game.
I will. Playing stuff. Whatever the young kids call it these days.
Tier 3. That's why I say get us loaded quickly so we can go hop out.
Cool.
And then I'll just come back because air support. Right now I just want to get the stuff out, get Major selling on this load, and then we can figure out from there because I can always come back in the Hurricane.
Yeah. I'll find us a spot in that space already.
Okay.
But 10 boxes left, 5 boxes left. I can't count.
Okay. Maybe. I'm getting fired on.
Go.
Yeah, take off. Go. Don't stick around.
I keep the product flowing.
Ready.
I got a guy here. Who's outside?
No one. Fire on side.
This is like bloody. This is like a Voidy video if you bloody, took a hit of speed. Like he's got ADHD right now. Just all the scene switching and shit.
It's me. I'm shooting at somebody.
Fucked up, yeah.
Oh shit, I'm gonna die.
Coming fair. Why did it cancel? Fuck.
I've lost an engine.
I don't know why it cancelled that. It's jumping on you. It's decided to not.
Guys, I'm gonna die. Some
Alright,
guy is
sorry,
getting
we're
it outside.
all stuck now.
Have any heals? What's happening?
I'm coming to you, Solus.
Alright, I'm running. I only have a pistol on me, so he's like...
Why do you say you're gonna die? Have you been hit?
No, he's like shooting at me, like I thought he was gonna hit me, but surprisingly he hasn't. Oh, no, I'm dead.
I'm coming.
So,
Where's your helmet?
So still got a chance.
Oh, wait, dealer?
Dead.
Was he close to your body? Where is he?
He's close to my body, yeah. He's I think he's looting me now.
Fuck.
Someone else is shooting at him.
Grenade!
That's
Throw a
me.
grenade in there!
Oh, that's you.
Oh god, blackouts.
We downed each other.
Trading.
It's incredibly fortuitous that this video is indeed a collab, and known cameraman and all-round hero Melton is here to save the day.
He's gonna res the wrong guy. Okay. Would have been cooler if he res the wrong guy.
You will die, noob.
Multiple incapacitations and forced traumatic resuscitations are only a setback in our ludicrous space game, and we need to get back to ensuring the healthy flow of hemoglobulous maize to our red space rockets. But we then notice this cheeky titan that slipped through our crack squad of pro elite sweaty PvP dogfighter boys in the sky.
Avenger ours?
No, Avenger's not ours.
There's a guy in there at the ramp.
Fair? Are you good for me to go help them?
Might have to just lock the menu. I can't fucking move this ship.
Yeah, I think so.
Just
Might
go
be
help
the
them.
expedient thing, yeah. Who's outside the facility right now? Who can I jump to?
Me and Molten. This guy just yoinked 2 boxes, bro.
It's Kingy.
Gonna die.
He just wants a couple of boxes.
He's trying to take off, I can't kill him.
Drop a grenade in there, man.
I can hear you thinking, Void dude, are you actually f***ing mental? What are you doing throwing grenades in Star Citizen? Calm down, handsome viewer. There's very little I wouldn't do for just 2 boxes of maize.
Yeah, when I first fought him, my head was not in the game yet, dude. I'm still fucking buzzing today.
How do I bust the cap in this mother's ass, bro?
You need to use grenades, unfortunately. Oh, there we go. Nice. Yeah, I need one as well. See. Never believe your lead.
It's normally bleed him
Don't
out.
kill him, I'm on his ship.
It's bleed him out.
Yeah.
There we go. You can try to yoink 2 of our boxes. Who can I QTT at the facility? I don't need QT.
Yeah.
It's worth testing, to be honest.
Repeatedly hasn't for the last.
Gone full sweatboard, let's go. Like keep full sweatboard.
I think it's better at this stage if you're there, get loading.
Oh, I hear shots on the ground here.
I'm down, yeah, I'm down.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Channel comms.
Oh man.
On the hallway, coming the other way.
Nice.
Is it just one Milton?
As far as I can tell, yeah.
Oh god.
I'm down. Oh well, never mind.
Yeah, we'll push back in. They won't get on with it.
Come on.
100%, brother. We're in an Aegis Redeemer now, and as you know, all good ships have a name, so I decided to call this one the Bad Cameraman. Origin 600i, Orbi Sun. Molten, are you on turret?
Rear turret, yeah.
Rear turret? What the fuck are you doing on the rear turret for? Get on with the top one.
The other kind of shots, I can swap.
Yeah, take a big boy and let's delete the 600i.
Gotcha.
As we engage this obviously
God, these camera
insecure but
changes are
ballsy
fucking giving me a
nonetheless
headache.
Origin Junkwork 600i, I find myself wondering if I too can be as cinematic and visually interesting with my content as Backspaced are with theirs. Oh!
Okay.
Oh,
that's one way as well.
You got him.
In such a situation.
Oh god.
You want to pick up?
I saw the whole thing.
I may have been recording like a quick 360 external shot. We're in a Drake Interplanetary Buccaneer now, and as you know, all good ships have a name, so I decided to call this one, let's leave the cinematographic space beauty to Backspaced and let's get the f***ing maze flowing. I'm not seeing any maze inside here.
Oh, what the f***? Are you inside already?
No, I'm outside.
Okay, coming.
I think these shitheads deleted the maze. When you get quantum interdicted and pirates soft death your hauler and steal all your hard-earned gold, that's not griefing, that's the game. When you send out a rescue beacon after getting killed in your 214th bunker only to be robbed, teabagged and put down, that's not griefing, that's just a psychotic murder hobo, not a medic. When you get knocked out of space by some camping sweaty pro elite PvP dogfighter boy outside of Grimhex, that's not griefing, that's just some bored dude who cannot find the arena commander button on the main menu. When you get pad rammed at Port Ottosar,
They got
that's
disabled.
not griefing. They are just a bad. I mean, wait, that one actually is griefing. But my
No, it's
point
not.
is that going out of your way to destroy innocent, unsold maize should be a crime punishable in the real world by electric chair, guillotine, or firing squad. Clear. These boys got taken out. There's 2 dead bodies and no maize.
What the f? But how? When? How?
What the f?
How did anyone get any of that out?
Unless these guys just came in to delete maze and then suicide or something.
That's
Hey, he took my armor, dude. I got my armor back. Artemex.
that is your body.
Oh, they didn't loot me.
Freezing.
They didn't loot you.
Who's trying to jump in? Who's trying to
So-
jump in my ship?
No
What I
one.
reckon,
What?
what probably happened is that this maze despawned. And what's happened, like you've kill traded and the maze is just despawned for whatever reason. Because it's Star Citizen and that happens.
Okay.
Come, Faye, let's go together.
Admiral
Coming,
Pepe.
coming.
Press
Oh, you should
I,
be able-
press I and open everything. Kill your engines.
Yeah.
Landing, get down.
Get off the ship, Major. Get on the ground.
Where the fuck is shit?
Yeah, okay. How many voices?
Open everything if you can.
What?
You're upside down.
Yeah.
Getting locked.
Nerve, fly into the cargo hold. I don't know who put me in charge all of a sudden, but clearly it was a mistake. We should stick to ordering McMay's burgers with a side of slam nuggets and not my squad mates.
Is it open?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Nerve's the only one who can get in.
What are you doing? Is that ship soft death?
Behind this ship.
I don't remember. I don't remember them saying that they soft death.
Voids. Voids on there. Watching front.
The front, someone on the side.
I'm on the rear.
Major status.
Yeah, I'm in the behind the first door leading to what's the cockpit with the rifle pointed as soon as it opens. They're dead. That's my plan.
The upside down ship is not helpful.
Yeah, can't be helped right now.
So they've bricked this ship.
Bring up the elevator. I'll see if I can find him. Have you checked your channels?
Let's wait. Let me check if there's. Yeah, confirmed. You and Admiral Pepe are on board.
Admiral Pepe.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in the bridge.
I am coming through now. This I can see you in the elevator.
On the ramp at Jumptown.
That's me. That's me.
Wait, so bridge is clear. Do you want to leave the elevator or you want to stay there?
I want to come up. I'd have to find him.
They just cut power.
You have to look for him.
Oh,
Why
found
didn't
him.
they just land the ship?
Downed him. Done.
Good job.
Yes.
Yeah, they were doing the
He's-
shipboarding.
I just got shot, guys. Bleeding.
Shit.
Oh, sniper.
Yeah, I called it.
I am
It's Mario.
the airlock.
I got you, brother. Nice. Oh, that's Maze, not you. I got you. No, that's me.
From where did that sniper shoot at you though? Because you were already inside.
So, Major, if you look away from my marker, that's the only direction I can give you.
Exactly, that's my...
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. We've built up a sizable horde of maize, and the sniper may or may not still be out there, so it's time for some of the most unbelievable counter-sniper Milsim gameplay you...
It looks like he's set a focus on his camera and he's not adjusting it. Because if you have a look, like Voidy here on the left-hand side of the screen is kind of a little bit more in focus than the stuff in the background. So they're trying to create a level, a depth of field with their point of view, but it's just not working. Not for the frantic movements around the room. My personal thoughts on, like, if you are going to try and do third-person shots like this, you're better off posting yourself in a static position and then rely on moving your camera around as opposed to trying to use yourself to move around, because you get all these chaotic jittering. But each to their own.
YouTube has ever seen. Don't forget to like and subscribe to both Voidy Vids and Backspaced. For glory and honor.
Yeah, Blake, pretty much after this need a
I see strange lights.
you need a
Is that
palate
you?
cleanse.
No, get you?
I'm landed far away.
Your ramp is by the airlock. Oh, I got sniped.
Oh. Where from?
I'm down.
I'm not down, I'm up.
Woody, am I headed towards the possible suspect?
I don't know, you're desynced at the moment, but you're kind of
Just
facing...
Who's putting lights on? Who's got lights on us?
Admiral PP is calling me. Kill on
Yeah,
sight.
he tried to get onto Major's, or he got onto Major's ship.
Okay, should I just kill him? Chase him and kill him?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I just did it.
Oh, fuck
We're in a
that.
Drake interplanetary cutter now, and as you know, all good ships have a name, so I decided to call this one I Have No Context for What's Happening. I guess I stopped recording after the 30k, but I think Nerve and Fair blew some up, and now we have some maze to move. Well, this is so close to the door, Gato, I might as well park here, right?
Yeah.
Very good, Gadu. Keep on moving that maze.
Yeah.
You're doing God's work, son.
I am.
Okay, Gadu, you can take off now and come a little bit closer to the door.
Other target?
Nervous about this.
Another arrow. Guys, lots of arrows incoming.
Just fucking
Bail,
take off the
bail,
cutter.
bail.
Yeah.
Go.
Before this gets
Get out.
spicier.
Jump to dead space. I'll meet up with you.
Rendezvous with Fair, yeah. F***'s sakes, I just want to sell this fucking maze.
Gotta be very careful with how I...
Whoa.
What was that?
Could have used a railgun.
Boys, the right for the taking mission is working. It's so hard.
Is it working?
What was giving you? Did it give you the bonus?
It's working. Yeah.
Oh, hallelujah.
How big was the bonus?
Big money?
286,000 on 44 units.
Interesting.
Did someone just jump up and climb a container right under me?
I mean, Molten, you
And
take
we get
them out.
loading again.
I don't see them. I think they are hiding inside the container.
Wait. What's going on?
Oh, I just fell
Down
through the
over
facility.
here-ish.
Oh, cool.
GG.
Oh, well, never mind. Since the beginning, my channel has had quite a strong focus on Jumptown. Actually, the first proper video I ever made on this channel acted as a guide and experience showcase of Jumptown 2.0 back when it was fresh, exciting, and new. But the truth is, after all these epic space fake money hungry adventures, it's never really been about Jumptown. It's never really been about the maze. It's been about our ludicrous space game, Star Citizen, and the dream that one day all of us will be going on these crazy fake space internet adventures all over a much bigger and more exciting verse. And we'll have meaningful progression and decision making driving our actions and fueling even more epic space adventures.
This feels like it's missing a river. I feel like this should be like a point of view video from Voidy walking down one of Microtech's rivers.
For the years to come in this game of our dreams. I'm just kidding, f that shit. It's all about the maze.
The end theme from the Hulk movie. Yeah. Try and pause it at the right time. I'm gonna have to scroll back a little bit. I think, yeah, around here is actually the part where I think. Looking for a specific cinematic effect or a specific effect. Fucking just missed it. I literally fucking paused between the two bits. That particular effect there. I think you could actually do a lot with that. With storytelling. It's alright, Voidy. I read the description, mate. I know it wasn't React friendly. I'm not bothered by it. On this channel, it's not monetized, so meh. But I see this and I'm like, this particular style, like the what's it called? The editing here, the effect. I like this. Kind of to highlight specific things. I'd say if you're going to use that particular filter, that you'd want to use it for specific, like highlighting specific transitions for storytelling. Yeah, it does have a GTA feel going. Then day dots. Alright.
Huge shouts out to the guys with the incredibly underrated Star Citizen YouTube channel Backspaced. Definitely check them out, link in the description. Thank you channel Patreons and channel members for all your support. Your incredible generosity continues to blow me away. Thinking of pledging to this ludicrous space game? Then use one of the referral codes on screen now for a free 5,000 starting credits. If you enjoy my content and are interested in supporting the channel beyond a like and a subscribe, check the links in the description or consider the join button below. It genuinely helps me to continue producing these videos. And don't forget to check me out on Twitch now and then as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you around the verse. Cheers.
Yeah, what game was that video editing for? Oh god. No let. Oh guys. Oh, that was a good palate cleanse. That was a good palate cleanse after the previous video. Like, the previous video did have potential, but it was good to have Voidy there to save the day. Oh man. Alright. I'm gonna have to call it a night. I've gone way over the time that I'd planned, but that's okay. So, Mongrel Squad's reaction streams have ceased to be. I'll quickly explain again why for those who just showed up. Pretty much, I don't want to pollute Mongrel Squad's YouTube channel with reaction streams, and what I wanted to do was start taking these reaction streams that I'm doing, chunking them up and making separate videos so that they're easier to digest. Other people have already suggested this to me in the past, so I'm pretty much going to look at doing it. That said, because I don't want to pollute Mongrel Squad's YouTube channel full of bloody, chunked up videos of my reactions, I've decided to bring it across here. So, pretty much, the reaction streams is no longer on the Mongrel Squad YouTube channel. The last one was literally tonight, which was about 15 minutes. it's all going to be happening on this channel now. And when I get around to it, I'll be cutting these videos up into smaller chunks so it's easier to digest, because I don't care if I fill this channel up with, you know, random bits of YouTube content and all that. So yeah, that's the main reason why we're here. Plus I've got all the gameplay streams to do. I want the YouTube channel for Mongrel Squad to be focused on gameplay and telling the story of Mongrel Squad, not me bloody ranting and raving for hours on end. As fun as it is, but I can still do it. I just do it here now. Anyway, thank you very much everybody for coming along. I need to call it a night. My next stream is actually going to be tomorrow night, starting at 7:30 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, GMT +10. And it's going to be getting into Arena Commander and getting my sweat on, becoming, learning to get good at fighting again. So yeah, if you guys are keen, check it out. I won't actually make the stream for it until like a couple of hours beforehand, because YouTube doesn't like you being proactive, apparently. No, it's not YouTube. Stream Elements doesn't like you being proactive, and they break your fucking chat on you if you do. This channel is the same for you as the React suggestion topic channel on the Guilded server, complete shit posting. Yeah, pretty much. Although I will put gameplay video stuff here too that's non-Star Citizen related, because there are a few other games that I do want to play. So I may end up doing a couple of live streams, or even just grabbing some random videos. I haven't played Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I've played the shit out of Ghost Recon Wildlands. Love that game. Haven't heard great things about Breakpoint, which is why I got it on a Sunday. But yeah, I'm going to hit up one of my friends that I played the shit out of Ghost Recon with. And we'll probably go in there again and see what shenanigans we can get up to. It was fucking hilarious. But that's it for me for tonight, guys. Thank you all once again for coming along, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Where's the up button? There it is. See yous.